Hi, I'm George. Today we will look at some facts of life. Most of the online games we play are violent. It involves killing the evil person who's trying to harm a good person, his family, and others, and society. So this good person begins to kill everyone who's bad. This is a solution for evil in the world we live in. It appeals to our instincts. It feels natural. But is this the solution for evil? We think it is. That's why we love the hero in our movies who kills all the bad guys. But is this the solution? If this was the solution, we should have great individuals, families, societies, and nations. Because once the drug lord is killed, there would not be any more drugs. But the drugs come back on the street. If this was the solution, once the gangsters are killed, all violence would come to zero. But sadly, we don't see such things. But what we see is drugs and violence continues. Sometimes it increases many times over, even supported by nation states. So what is the problem? The problem is with us. We as individuals are sinful and evil. That's why we are attracted to violence in movies. And true sacrificial love is boring. That's what the Bible in Romans chapter 3 says, that no one is righteous. No one does good. Not even a single person. In fact, it also says in 1 John chapter 1 that if we claim we have not sinned, we are calling God a liar. So, if we are sinful, what happens? Because of our sinful instincts, which turn into actions, we harm ourselves and others in family and society. That's what we read in Job chapter 35, verse 6 to 8. It says, if you sin, how does that affect God? Even if you sin again and again, does it affect God? I don't think so. What effect will it have on God? Will it have any effect? I don't think so. And the answer is a big no. And it further says, what would you possibly give him? And the answer is nothing. We can't give anything to God. And we also read, no, your sin affects only people like yourself, and your good deeds also affects only humans. And this is what is the reality that we already explored. If this is the case, does sin benefit us? Does it benefit our family? Does it benefit society? The answer is a big no. Does it benefit God? And the answer is big no. We learn from Job 35, 6 to 8 that sin harms us first and all our loved ones afterwards. Sin will destroy us and all who are close to us. Yet we desire only sin. And we are inclined towards sin and follow our inclinations and desires with sinful actions. We not only do such sinful actions but also approve others who do them, creating a gang of sinful people who are hell-bent on destroying everything. Would living like this benefit us, our family, our work, our society? The answer is a big no. It would not benefit us. If we are like this with ourselves, in family, at workplace, in society, with our neighbors, what will the police do to us? What will our legal system do to us? Punish us, right? God will do the same. Just that God will punish us, not just for crimes that are written in the laws that we have created for ourselves, that is our constitution, but also for the evil intents and motives, because none of the evil intents and motives of ours escapes God's eye. Now the question is, why is God punishing us? Is he a sadist? No, he punishes us because we are hell-bent on destroying ourselves, our families, our neighbors, our society. What is the opposite of this? If we do good, as God wants us to do, we will be blessed, and our families and our neighbors and society will be blessed. This is what God desires, as we see in Deuteronomy 5, which says, oh, that they had such a heart as this, always, to fear me and to keep all my commandments, that it might go well with them and their children forever. We all should acknowledge that we do not have such a heart to always do good and to obey God. I too acknowledge that I don't have such a heart. I am a wretched person. I was lustful, running after women, drugs, violence, fights, and all kind of evil. Not only I was like that, but I am also tempted many times even now. So I need transformation daily and continuously. To what extent is my heart conditioned like this? The scripture says in Ephesians 2, 1 to 3, and you were dead in the trespasses and sins. And because of this deadness, you and I followed the course of this world. And we all lived in the passions of our flesh, carrying out the desires of our body and the mind. And because we lived like this, we were by nature the children of wrath, that is God's wrath. If this is my state and your state, what is the solution? The solution is we should be made alive from the deadness. and be transformed in our heart from the deadness. So who can make us alive and transform us from our deadness? There are many leaders and judges of the world, like gods and goddesses, and like a hero in the movies, who will kill all evil persons. But I don't desire that, and I don't want that kind of punishment. However, what I need is the one who will transform me from my deadness of sinful state. Who can transform me? The one who has life in him can give us life. The one who conquered death can give us life. So who's the one who has life in him? Who's the one who has conquered death? The only one in history who has life in himself and who has conquered death is Jesus. So Jesus alone can make us alive from deadness of sin and transform you and me and give you and me a heart to always obey him, obey God, so that it might go well with us and with you and with our children forever. So if you truly love yourself, you should seek the ROI on life. You should seek this transformation. We seek transformation in business operations through continuous improvement and risk management. Similarly, why not seek this transformation of heart? After we are transformed, we should also seek continuous transformation because we are tempted daily. Now, one may ask, what if we don't turn from our sinful ways and seek this transformation, which comes from Jesus, who's alive to transform you and me from our sinful life? What will happen if we don't want this transformation? If we don't desire this transformation from Jesus, it means we love sin, and God will punish us for our love of sin and for our sinful actions. No one can escape the all-knowing God when he punishes our sin. I would like to point out that though we don't seek our own good and keep sinning and love to sin and continue in sin, thereby loving to destroy ourselves and others by sinning, God showed his great love for us by sending Christ to die for us while we were still sinners. Think about this. Most people would not be willing to die for an upright or good person, though someone might perhaps be willing to die for a person who is specially good. But God showed his great love for us by sending Christ to die for us while we were still sinners. Further, when we were utterly helpless, Christ came at the right time and died for us who are sinners. Yet we think God is not a good God. God is a restricting God. Tell me, who will die for you to do good to you? Who will become a curse for you to redeem you from the curse of sin? No one except Jesus. So will you come to Jesus, who alone died for you, to transform you from sin and sinful ways that will destroy you? And will you trust him today and ask him to give you this new life and transform you? Tell me, which leader, which friend will die for you, to do you good and to bring good to you? No one will, but only Jesus died for you. Will you come to him, turning from your sinful ways, and ask him to transform you that you will live forever, and ask him to transform you so that you will live for him who loves you and who died for you?